Hi, my name is Terry Grigsby. I wanted to show you a couple of things about how to change a standard form equation into vertex form. I know it gives people a lot of fits, and I think if we just walk through it step by step, you'll see, oh, it's not too bad. So let's go ahead and go to the whiteboard and see what we've got over there. My name is Terry Grigsby. I own Tag Tutoring. I'd love for you to go visit my website at www.tagtutoring.com. There's lots of videos and information. Sign up for a session if you'd like. But let's go in and let's look at how to change standard equations into vertex form. So the very first thing that we have to do, we've got to figure out what does standard form mean. Well, standard form for a quadratic just means that you have it in order of the exponents, so the highest exponents first. So that's why I have y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Just get the exponents in order from highest to lowest, and it will be in standard form automatically. Now, the trick is, though, getting it into vertex form. And I have this hideous looking equation over here. Y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. Ugh, everything is a variable. Sickening. But the reason vertex form is great is because it lets you get the vertex really fast off the equation. In this generic equation, the vertex would be h and k. And as I go through the examples today, you'll see how I'm using them to get things into vertex form. It won't be this scary. I'm just giving you the generic form in case you've seen that in your class. Okay, so here we go with our first equation, y equals x squared plus 6x plus 7. And what I do first, and I do this on all of my completing the squares, even though I know how to do this, I still do it. I'm going to box the variables right here, the x squared plus 6x part. And that's going to remind me that I need to complete the square on that. So this is the part some people get confused about. But here's what we're doing. All the trick is that you're going to take that box part and you're going to rewrite it. Instead of x squared, you're going to put x. You keep the sign the same, but then you take half of this number that's here. In this case, it's 6. So I would take half and get 3 and then square it. So let's put a note here. Take half of second term. Now I'm going to show you just quickly, I won't do this on every problem, but I will on this one, what this means when you complete the square here. So I'm going to take x plus 3 squared and write it out the long way. And then I'm just going to multiply it out to see what happens here. So I'm going to get x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. So that gives me x squared plus 6x plus 9. So check it out now. You can see there that I have the part that I have in the box in the original is right here. And so the new stuff is this part on the end. And so this new stuff I have to offset. Now, how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take the opposite. So, okay, here's what we're going to do now. So I have y equals x plus 3 squared. I still have the plus 7, plus I have to add something on to offset this little bit of extra I got when I completed the square. So I got an extra plus 9. Well, to undo that, you'd have to do minus 9. So I'm going to put in minus 9 here. So you always do the opposite. So on this, I'll put a little note here. Do the opposite. Okay, so then I'm going to clean this up. I'll get y equals x plus 3 squared minus 2. And that is in vertex form. And so I can read the vertex off of this now. And I'd get the vertex -3, -2. And be very careful. Whenever a number is attached to the x like this in parentheses, you have to do the opposite. You don't do the opposite with the number on the end. You only do it with the number attached to the x. Okay, so that seemed like a lot of work, but I think once you see how to do this, it goes much quicker. So let's try another one of these. So, okay, here we are in the second example. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to box my variables in, because that's the part that I'm always going to complete the square on. So to complete the square on that, I'm going to keep the sign the same as the original. I'm going to square it when I'm done. So x squared just becomes x. Take half of 16. That's 8. And then I'm going to keep the rest of it exactly the same. So I'm going to get y equals x minus 8 squared minus 24 plus whatever extra I need to offset what I added there. So let's see now. So basically how you're going to get this number is you're going to take that number squared, which is 64, and then I'm going to do the opposites. Opposite of 64 is negative 64. And then now I'm ready to write my equation. Y equals x minus 8 squared. And then that would be minus 88. So this would be vertex form. And the vertex would be at opposite of 8, negative 8 would be 8, and then negative 88. So again, remember, you're taking the opposite of what the number attached to the x is. Keep the last number the same. And I'm done. So that's how to do it. Complete the square if there's no number in front of that.